that is the difference in this losing stretch, but if you could identify any similarities between this losing stretch and other losing stretches throughout the season, what would you say it is?
More so just scheduling. We're playing really good teams right now. We're playing teams that are on the incline. Teams that have been together, have chemistry, and at this point in the season, they're different from the start of the season. We're that team that's trying to get to where these teams are at. So I think a lot of it is chemistry. A lot of it is, new personnel constantly being added and changed around in our lineup because of injuries. But it's no excuses. We're struggling closing. We played Cleveland tough till about the fourth quarter. We played San Antonio tough till about the ending. Even with Milwaukee, we played them tough, a game that we should have won, but got away from us late. So we're just playing teams that are a little bit more tied together at this point in the season.
I know not the results that you've wanted, but after a big winning streak coming into these games where you've had a rougher go of things, do you feel a challenge like that against teams that you said are on the incline is necessary to kind of making sure this team is playoff ready?
Yeah. Because we're going to have to get to that point at some point. We're going to have to be all together. Our chemistry's got to be amazing. It's, again, good that we're playing these teams that are already playoff tested and have been together for some time, because that's the level we got to get to. I think that's the last little bit we're trying to smoothen out, is how to close games out and how to win these tough ones against good opponents.
You look at the Cavs, Wizards, and last night, do you think you played significantly different than some of the games in the 7-game winning streak, or is it just there's less margin for error against those teams?
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's just less margin of error. Closing out games is really where we're struggling. Who should have the ball, what plays. We're just not getting to it, to close these games out and who needs the ball. That's where we got to get better at.
The Cleveland game, they had Kevin Love. They won't have him tomorrow night. How will that change preparation, what they might try to do?
Probably see a lot of small ball with LeBron being at the 4, and similar to how they played here. A lot of pick and roll, a lot of screening with Kyrie or LeBron handling it and shooters around them. So there's nothing that we haven't seen from them, nothing that we haven't seen in our past, 3 or 4 losses with how teams have been guarding or how teams have been matching up with us. So we should be ready for it. Again, it's 2 of the better players in our league that we just have to just account for, pretty much.
If guys are down after losing 4 in a row, can a win like this against Cleveland in their building, could that just kind of turn everything around?
Yeah, well, that's what we're looking for. We're looking to close out this All-Star, or going into All-Star break. We're looking to close it out on a good note. We still have 2 chances with Cleveland and Washington, 2 teams that have beat us in the past week. So that's in the back of our minds right now. We just got to take it one game at a time.
Facing some of these teams like Cleveland and like Washington, do you feel it's more frustrating, I guess, getting the results you're getting after feeling like maybe you had it figured out in those 7 games where you were winning, where you were cruising?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is frustrating. We see what works for us and then we go away from it. It's very frustrating, especially losing to Eastern teams, where these games are going to come down to, late March, early April, where we're playing desperate basketball, trying to make playoffs. These are the games and really, divisional and conference games we got to pick up, and we're struggling to do so.